Here is a 1930s style sports car that can be used on a daily basis. Not only does it look as good as the original, but it gives an even better drive. Built in Suffolk by a small team headed by Roger Williams, the Suffolk SS100 is a faithful replica of the SS Jaguar 100 of 1936.
Hello, I'm Roger Williams. I'd like to introduce you to my two cars, which we make here in Suffolk. The first car, which we've been in production with since 1990, is the Jaguar SS100, which is now made all in Suffolk, and we use all Jaguar mechanical components, principally sourced from a Jaguar XJ6, to make a superb visual replica of the original car designed by William Lyons in 1935 and 1936.
When William Lyons, who founded Jaguar Cars, unveiled his groundbreaking SS Jaguar Saloon in September 1935, he also announced a low, rakish sports car that perfectly captured the essence of the 1930s. This was the two-seat SS Jaguar 100. Having once owned a genuine SS100, Roger's imagination was captured, and he decided to recreate a modern-day version of this very epitome of the sporting cars of the 1930s. In the past, there had been other versions of the SS100, but they were not true to the original either in shape or size. Roger was determined that his SS100 would be correct and set out to make sure that it was. He started from the ground up by commissioning a chassis that was correct in every detail. Then a mould from the body of a genuine SS100 was taken and a copy made in glass fibre. So far, so good. But what about the mechanical elements and a power unit? Roger needed reliability. What was acceptable in 1936 would not be suitable for the busy roads of today. The SS100 standard-based engine was not practical, and the problems of spares availability had to be considered. What better than to take Jaguar's all-time great six-cylinder XK engine? Here was a reliable unit that was plentiful, fully supported with spares, and easily serviceable by any Jaguar dealer or agent. After over 30 years of production and development, it was well proven and held no surprises. To make the Suffolk Sports Cars SS100 practical and easy to drive on a daily basis, Roger chose the Jaguar XJ6 Saloon as the ideal donor vehicle. Not only the engine, but the gearbox, front and rear axles, brakes, and the electrical elements could be used literally off the shelf, and there was plenty of backup available. Suffolk Sports Cars take a Jaguar XJ6 Saloon, then the mechanical and electrical components are removed, serviced and refurbished as required, and carefully catalogued before they are installed in the purpose-built chassis. Then an internal steel frame is fitted to the chassis to reinforce the rakish one-piece glass fibre body. Aluminium is used for the four-section bonnet, which faithfully copies the 200 correctly positioned louvres that are found on the original. The Suffolk team manufacture the radiator shell, screen and some other metal items in-house. This attention to detail and accuracy found in the Suffolk SS100 ensures that their newly manufactured parts are interchangeable with the original Jaguar model. Smaller items that are required to complete the build are sourced from within the motor industry. Suffolk Sports Cars can build a model from the ground up for a customer in as little as 3 months, but buyers can opt to build their own if they wish. A deposit of £2,500 can get you started. This payment is entered in the order book, and a chassis is commissioned just for you. This means that your chassis is unique to your car. While the chassis is being manufactured, the other items required for the chassis build-up are assembled ready for dispatch to the home builder. Roger understands the restrictions that face a home builder and never hurries a project along. Suffolk only deliver components as they are ordered, so the builder can set his own pace and actually enjoy the process of assembling his own SS100. From the onset, the Suffolk SS100 captured the imagination of the motoring enthusiast. To consolidate the success, Roger Williams took the car around the classic car show circuit, and success was guaranteed. Since the model was put into production, over 200 examples have been sold. Roger's success with the SS100 has taken him around the world, and there is now a dedicated tour of New Zealand each year by Suffolk SS100s and other Jaguar models. There is tremendous enthusiasm in New Zealand and Australia for the SS100, and they have the roads and the weather to make such tours a joy.
We've now made nearly 200 of the Suffolk SS100 Jaguars, and I've now started production of the Jaguar C-Type reproduction, which is an entirely new product designed in our own particular way, very simple for people to put together at home and equally a joy for us to put together here.
With the Suffolk SS100 established, Roger turned his attentions to another famous Jaguar sports car, the C-Type. This model was developed in secret in late 1950, using the proven XK engine with a new body designed by aerodynamist Malcolm Sayer. Mounted on the Jaguar XK120 chassis, it was announced to the public in June 1951 as the XK120C, C for competition, and entered for that year's Le Mans 24-hour race. 3 works C-Types were entered and led the race for many hours before 2 were retired due to lubrication problems. But the winner that year was the Jaguar C-Type driven by Peter Walker and Peter Whitehead at an average speed of 93 miles per hour. Jaguar put the C-Type into limited production and just 53 examples were manufactured. Like the SS100, there have been copies or replicas of varying quality made in the past. Roger decided to indulge his love for the clean lines of the C-Type in the same manner that he applied to the SS100. He wanted it to be a faithful copy of the Le Mans winning original, but with the added benefit of using standard modern Jaguar components. Unlike the SS100, the C-Type has a quite different type of chassis, so a copy of the original was commissioned to take the new Jaguar mechanicals. To remain faithful to the C-Type, Roger specified that a live rear axle should be retained and come from the Jaguar Mark II, and not the independent rear suspension unit that was used on the Jaguar E-Type. Most other replica builders fit the later rear axle. Using the Mark II rear axle gives the driver the real experience of driving a C-Type. Although, in consideration for modern traffic, the brakes have been upgraded and the chassis slightly modified. Other small changes have been made, such as moving the metal plate behind the driver to give additional space to accommodate taller drivers. For driving safely on today's roads, a few other compromises have been made, such as fitting small side light direction indicators within the headlamp housing, and the addition of indicator lamps at the rear of the car. Apart from these details, it is difficult to tell the original apart from the Suffolk replica. Suffolk will fit 3 twin-choke Weber carburetors or SU units as wished by the customer. Internally, the seats match those of the Jaguar C-Type, and the instrument cluster is a faithful reproduction of the 1951 original. Once again, the car may be ordered fully built or as a kit of parts. The glass fibre body is supplied in 3 parts, with the centre section carrying the single driver's door. Metal panels with the cooling louvers are located on the bonnet, and the distinctive Jaguar grille is chromed metal. Order your C-Type and pay a deposit. This gets the project moving. A chassis is built and parts are readied for dispatch. If you decide that building a C-Type in the garage at home is not for you, then Suffolk Sports Cars will build one for you. Their quality is a hallmark, and the finished product will be the envy of other Jaguar enthusiasts. Roger Williams has brought 2 great Jaguar models from the past right up to date, without losing any of the excitement of the originals, and that cannot be bad. So what better than enjoying a classic Jaguar sports car on a summer's day, knowing that it is not only practical, but it is great fun and looks absolutely stunning.